smile. I'm just teasing.
Take one.
cold, cold grin.
All right, how we doing?
Where the fool, many men have gone. Lay me down in the cold, cold grin. Where the fool, many men have gone. When they come, I will stun my grand, stun my grand. I'll never be afraid. Thoughts of him take away my fear. Sweat and blood hide my veil of tears. Eens a year, say a prayer for me. Close your eyes and remember me.
Well, actually, I can tell you. Actually, she's over
Ne'er more
All right, Jen.
shall I see the sun, for I fell to a gentleman's gun. Lay me down in the cold, cold grin. Where a fool, many men have gone. Lay me down in the cold, cold grin. Where a fool, many men have gone. Where a fool, many men have gone. In the cold, cold grin, where a fool, many men have gone. Lay me down many more have gone. When they come, I will stand my ground. Stand my ground. I'll never be afraid. Thoughts of him take away my fear. Sweat and blood hide my veil of tear. Once a year, say a prayer for me. Close your eyes and remember me. Ne'er more shall I see the sun, for I fell to a gentleman's gun. Lay me down in the cold cauldron, where a foe many more have gone. Lay me down in the cold cauldron, where a foe many more have gone. Where a foe many more have gone.
Took a look down a westbound road, right away I made my choice. Headed out to my big two-wheeler, I was tired of my own voice. Took a beat on the northern plains and just rolled that power on. Hours out of Mackinac City, stopped in a bar to have a brew. Met a girl and we had a few drinks, and I told her what I decided to do. She looked out the window a long, long moment, then she looked into my eyes. She didn't have to say a thing. I knew what she was thinking. Never even said a word, we just walked out and got on that bank. And we rolled She said she missed her home. I had it all along. Oh. Stood alone on a mountaintop, staring out at the Great Divide. I could go east, I could go west, it was all up to me to decide. Just then I saw a young hawk flying and my soul began to rise. And pretty soon, my heart was singing.
How appropriate. We got a U of L fan on the right and a Kentucky fan on the left. Can't wait. Start now.
One of y'all's motorcycles around here in the back, his lights are flashing.
You'll be okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fire it up there. I'll walk out.
Fire it up. We ready.
You all
Yeah.
come back.
Let's go.
Wouldn't matter.
Go ahead. Go ahead, John.
You want to make sure whoever's shooting at. Don't kill them. That's your paper. Do this?
Once we get the lights off the motorcycle, we'll get going here in a few minutes here. So take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, the Patriot Guards are coming in. If you would please stand and remain standing for the national anthem afterwards. Color Guard commanders, take charge of your color guard. Ladies and gentlemen, and canines in attendance, if you would please remain standing for our national anthem, which is going to be performed by the Ladies for Liberty, and then they will sing America the Beautiful. Color guards, take command of your guard.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of rain, for purple mountain majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you. Please be seated. I want to thank the Ladies for Liberty, and that is Wanda Martin, who's their, I guess, the head honcho in charge, commander. And stand up, let him see you again. Yeah, that's Wanda. And we have Jeanette Kays. And Angie Glotzback. Thank you, ladies. Beautiful. Thank you. My name's John Wright, and I'm with the Marine Corps League, Detachment 729, and also with the American Legion. And I'm honored to be the MC for today's program. I have a couple of announcements to make first. You may have noticed the flags on Old Main Street in Middletown today, if you came in that way. And they were placed by Larry Eckhart, Larry the Flagman they call him, and his crew and some volunteers, which he mustered up out of the community here. So if you came in that way, it was a beautiful sight on a beautiful day in, did I say J-Town? I hope I meant Middletown. In Middletown. And while we're talking about Middletown here, I would like to bring your attention to some people we have in attendance today. We have the Honorable Byron Chapman, Mayor of Middletown. Thank you, Mayor. We have the Honorable Bill Durriff, the Mayor of Jeffersontown. Is Wayne Hettinger still with us, Wayne? Good. Wayne Hettinger, who you all know. And Wayne has recognized Sgt Beyco in services before, and things he's put on the community as a Marine War hero from our community. Thank you, Wayne. Now, Dr. Kathy Belcher, who couldn't be with us today, is that right, Joe? Right here. She here? Oh, would you stand up, please? Kathy is a DVM, and she's from East Shelbyville Animal Clinic, and she treated Sgt Beyco in her retirement at many times for free, and sometimes at a very reduced cost. Thank you, Dr. Belcher. Thank you. We want to thank Commander Dwight Riggle, who was up at the mic earlier, who's the commander here at the VFW 1170, to host this service. Thank you, Dwight. Our honor guards today are the Marine Corps I&I staff, Fort Knox, Kentucky. The American Legion 244, Jeffersontown, Kentucky. And the guys on your end that look like they just got back from the Revolutionary War are the Sons of the American Revolution. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, I need to introduce you to Danny Valentine, who's Kentucky Patriot Guard Riders State Captain. He has a few brief words and a couple of presentations. Danny? There you are. Watch this, it's connected. Don't pull it off.
Okay, gotcha. Whoa. I'm Danny Valentine. I'm the state captain of the Patriot Guard Riders. I'd like to welcome everybody here today. It's a terrific thing we're doing. I'm sorry. Thanks. Those of you who don't know Beyco or didn't know Beyco, you really missed out. She was a fine lady. And all my girls know that I'm sort of touchy to my girls. I'm a hugger, and I hugged her every chance I got. Not only was she a Marine, but she was a Patriot Guard member, and she was a friend. Those of you who don't know what a war dog does, they're trained. They're the most highly trained soldier in the field. And when you give them an order or a command, they do it without any regards to their safety, only to the safety of their leaders. Our soldiers are out there to protect people. They're out there to protect our soldiers. The IEDs that she found and the weapons that she found saved countless American lives. And Iraq and Afghanistan, you know, everybody that was over there, so many of them didn't know that she was out in front. But the word will get out. Maybe this will open people's eyes. I've worked with scout dogs in Vietnam, and like I say, they're unbelievable. They never questioned a command, and I wish we had more people like that. People just don't respond to protecting people like these animals do. And when you get close to one, it's like one of your children. So there's nothing I can think of to glorify her more than being here. I want to do two things. You stay here. I don't even know if I can read these or not. Let me borrow some eyes there, baby. Her and I share teeth and everything. Yes. I couldn't make it without her.
I don't know me.
Okay. Larry, would you head this way, please? I'll read it while he's coming up. It says, on behalf of the Patriot Guard Riders and MWD Beyco, Sergeant, United States Marine Corps retired. This is presented for outstanding service to the Kentucky PGR by Larry the Flagman Eckerd, a true American hero. Guys, those of you who really don't know what Larry does, he does KIAs. That's our soldiers killed in action all over the Midwest, the Southeast. The man has put probably over 1 million miles on vans, and he's up to about 3,000 flags now. Over at the Jason Ellis funeral in Bardstown a month or so ago, we put out 2,380 flags. Now, you know, that don't look like much, but that was 19 miles. 14? No, 40.1 miles of flags. You know. The pay he gets will really pad his 401k. Because the pay he gets is the honor and respect of people that's around here today, you know. He's like a brother. Fringe benefits, look at him. You know, he's a very well honored man, and we love him to death. Larry, thank you. Okay, one more thing, and then I'm going to introduce somebody else. Yeah, Larry, stay up here. This is on behalf of a grateful America and the Patriot Guard Riders. Please accept our sincere condolences for your tragic loss. May your pain be tempered by the knowledge that MWD Beyco H100 P/EDD demolition dog, Sergeant United States Marine Corps retired, Iraqi war veteran, PGR of Kentucky member, is a true American hero. Thank you. Okay. When you stay. Okay, guys, I'd like to introduce Hayden Johnson. He's with our disaster relief people in eastern Kentucky, and he's got a little thing here to do also. Thank you.
Actually, I'm from Marion County, which is in central Kentucky. Been friends with Sgt Beyco and Joe, and they've come to Marion County. I introduced them to the Turtle Man. They really like that. But I also have some connections in Frankfort. We talked about Larry here a few moments ago. We put these flags up here today. He put 2,300. He left Illinois sometime yesterday morning. Drove here all day to put those flags out. I've got one little something I'd like to present to Larry. It's from Governor Stephen L. Beshear. To whom it may present shall come greetings, know that Honorable Larry Eckert is now commissioned a Kentucky Colonel.
Thank you all, and this should really go to all my volunteers. It really should, because without them it wouldn't happen, but thank you.
Colonel Eckert, congratulations. We have a Vietnam war dog handler and a Vietnam hero I would like to introduce to you. And his name is Denzel Lyle. And I'm going to read you a very short bio on Denzel. His age, which he did admit to, was 65 years old. He is retired. He is in the Vietnam Dog Handlers Association, one of his organizations, combat tracker teams, commander of VFW Post 6281 life member, honor guard with American Legion Post 113, Patriot Guard Rider Flag Lines, Community Blueprint Program in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and he is a volunteer with Hospice for Veterans. And I've worked with these people. These guys are great, and ladies. Military service, Staff Sergeant, United States Army, 1967-1979. His duty stations were Fort Knox, Kentucky, Fort Polk, Louisiana, the British Jungle Warfare School in Malaysia, Vietnam, Fort Gordon, Georgia, Fort Riley, Kansas, and also Korea. Military awards include the Bronze Star, Air Medal, 3 Good Conduct Medals, 3 Army Commendation Medals, Vietnam Campaign Medal, Vietnam Service Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Vietnamese Cross of Gallantry with Palm, Korean Service Medal, Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal, and Combat Infantry Badge. He's married to the farmer Connie Wright, which I don't know if we're related, Connie, but my name's Wright also. They have 1 son, Troy, and 3 grandsons. And folks, he's going to come up and tell you a little bit about war dogs. He knows a heck of a lot, but he's going to try to capsulize it. Denzel, if you would, please, sir.
Honor, integrity, respect for Sgt Beyco. What an honor to be asked to speak at a memorial for Sgt Beyco, a great canine, friend to many. Thank you, Joe, for giving me this opportunity to honor her and all military working dogs and their handlers. Comrades, guests, friends, canines, thank you for presenting this memorial and showing your respect for one of our great unsung heroes. I'm Denzel Lyle. I was a dog handler of a black lab, Joey, B388, and was with the 61st Combat Tracker Team assigned to the 1st Infantry Division in Vietnam. Dogs have been used for numerous missions since the beginning of time. The military used them in the Civil War, but they were mostly pets brought from farms, and they served in many capacities. In World War I, they were used to take ammunition, messages, first aids to the men on the front lines. After the war, they returned to their owners or were put up for adoption. After the bombing of Pearl Harbor on December the 7th, 1941, Americans were again at war in a different environment in the South Pacific, in jungle warfare. The Quartermaster Corps adopted the Canine Corps on March the 13th, 1942. The Canine Corps was assigned as equipment. Many dogs were donated and trained by the American Kennel Club. They were used as scout and sentry dogs. The handlers sent letters home to the owners, keeping them informed on the dog's process and to its contribution to the war effort. After the war, the ones that were suitable were put back in society. Several stayed with their handlers. The rest were sent back to their owners, and the handlers were not allowed to make any contact with them. Some stayed with the 58th Scout Dog Platoon at Fort Benning. When the Korean War broke out, or the police action as they called it back then, started once again, canine were used in various areas. When Vietnam started, the dogs at Fort Benning were once again activated, trained along with sentry dogs for guard dogs. And there was a scout dog named Kentucky that served with the 25th Infantry Division. The scout dogs walked point for the infantry units and would alert them on enemy ambushes and patrols, allowing the units to respond. In 1966, General Westmoreland met with the British officials on training combat tracker teams to reestablish contact. We were trained by the British in Malaysia at their jungle warfare school. England was neutral, so we traveled on passports that stated on official business for the U.S. government. We traveled in civilian clothes. Our uniforms, when we wore them, had nothing but our names on them. Our success rate in Vietnam was exceptional. All dog handlers had a bounty on their head, up to $10,000. The bond between the dog and handler is a 24/7 job. One can read the other and know what each are going to do. At the end of the war, about 4,000 dogs had served in Vietnam. Only about 200 of those got to come home. The rest were euthanized. Sorry. Because back then they were considered equipment. Some were turned over to the South Vietnamese Army, others were euthanized. After saving so many lives, that was their fate. This, in my opinion, was disrespectful to the Vietnam veteran. There was no support for them or their unsung canine heroes that saved thousands of lives. A bill has been passed to keep this from happening again, thanks to the Vietnam Dog Handlers Association and many other kennel clubs. War dogs are being adopted now, used in many ways, training veterans with PTSD, and is being very successful. On January the 12th, 2011, the first female dog handler was killed in Afghanistan. Sergeant Zia Kramer from Texarkana, Texas, assigned to the 212th Military Police Company on her third tour. In 2010, I started sending letters to my Kentucky representatives to declare March the 13th, 2010 as Canine Veterans Day in the state of Kentucky. Representative Moore and Senator Torrey introduced H.R. 208. On March the 12th, the resolution was read in front of the Kentucky Assembly, signed and declared March the 13th, 2010 as K-9 Veterans Day. Kentucky is the second state in the Union to adopt this after the state of Florida. The bond between a dog and his handler can only be explained by those that have been in this situation, where neither let the other down. Ask any dog handler the number of his dog, and he will say with pride, mine was B388, and named Joey. And he served with the British in the Malaya and the Borneo conflicts before I became his handler in Vietnam. Sgt Beyco, I will render you the slow hand salute. Rest in peace, and we will meet again in the big kennel in the sky.
Thank you, Denzel, for those words. Very inspiring and a lot of history there. Joe has asked me quickly to give you the quick bio on Beyco. And we're going to have a little slideshow as I give you that. I'm honored to do this, Joe. Thanks for allowing me to do this. Sgt Beyco, H-100 Patrol and Explosive Detection Military Working Dog, MP, USMC. Sgt Beyco was born 12/7/2001 in Germany and acquired at 2 years of age by the Department of Defense on February 2004. Having already trained as a patrol K-9 in March 2004, Beyco joined Lackland Air Force Base for basic training and explosive detection school. She graduated in March 2005. Beyco was assigned to MCAS, that's Marine Corps Air Station, Cherry Point, North Carolina in March 2005. She was assigned to her first handler, Marine Corps Corporal Aaron DeSalvo, and deployed to her first tour in Iraq. Corporal DeSalvo stated, and I quote, "During our deployment in 2005 and 6, we ran a lot of operations with 1st Reconnaissance Battalion and Fast Company out of Fallujah. We also assisted a few Marine and Army infantry battalions. We conducted countless cache sweeps, and of course a cache is any piling or catch of guns, ammunition, something that's been hoarded. IED, which is improvised explosive device, route clearance sweeps. They built searches and random vehicle searches in our operating area. Beyco uncovered many caches of AK-47s and ammunition. We had our share of firefights," he says. Beyco earned her Marine Combat Action Ribbon in October 2005 when an Army Sergeant First Class was shot twice by insurgents about 3 feet away from us during a firefight. On one of our last missions, he states, in 2006, Beyco and I thwarted an ambush attempt on our convoy. Beyco and I pulled out 6 insurgents that were hiding in a canal with several weapons and a suicide vest. We obtained enough information from these insurgents that allowed us to conduct a raid later in the middle of the night that led to valuable intelligence on local insurgent activity. We returned to Marine Corps Air Station, Cherry Point, North Carolina, October 2006. I was reassigned to the West Coast, and Beyco was assigned to Corporal Stacy Chester in November 2006. Corporal Chester and Beyco were deployed, and Beyco was deployed again, in 2007 to Iraq. On this second tour, their area of operation was Al Anbar Province. Beyco and Corporal Chester served with the USMC 3-5 Task Force and with the 110 Iraqi Police and Army. Beyco and Corporal Chester logged over 1,900 combat mission hours, where Beyco had 6 IED finds, along with numerous finds of ammunition and weapons. These were found during countless mission hours, clearing roadways and searching vehicles and securing these areas to provide local medical care for the Iraqi people. Also, Beyco and Corporal Chester were utilized to find high-value targets. They returned to the States April 2008 and began working again at Cherry Point, North Carolina. That was Beyco's home military kennel at Cherry Point. Beyco and Corporal Chester were utilized in 4 Secret Service missions, 2 in North Carolina, 1 in Pennsylvania, and 1 in West Virginia. They also worked with the U.S. Marshals Service as well as local North Carolina law enforcement on bomb threats and at courthouses, schools, and other public buildings. Beyco supported Cherry Point with security at 3 different air shows, as well as multiple VIP security to include the security of the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Beyco worked almost every day when she was assigned to Cherry Point just to please her handler. According to Corporal Chester, she was always in good spirits and had an extremely high desire to work. When she was, and I quote, best bomb dog at Cherry Point, and that was according to the kennel master, she retired on the Marine Corps birthday, 2011, which is the 10th of November. What a day to retire for Sergeant Beyco. Beyco brought her 2 handlers home from war zone safely. Moreover, there were no KIAs on her watch. Beyco's awards include the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal, Combat Action Ribbon, Navy Unit Citation, Marine Corps Good Conduct Medal with 2 Bronze Stars, National Defense Service Medal, Iraqi Campaign Medal with 3 Bronze Stars, the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Sea Service Deployment Ribbon, unusual for K9. She did sea service deployment aboard ship. Certificate of Commendation and 10 letters of appreciation. She was also awarded the United States War Dog Association Medal. She logged over 3,200 combat mission hours on 2 combat tours. And again, the reason you see these flags lining Main Street, folks, through the wonderful Patriot Guard here, is to bring you in to honor this very heroic Marine. In retirement, her handler and companion, Joe Sturm, who you met here at the mic a while ago, she attended 33 Kentucky Patriot Guard rider missions, including 6 KIA military missions, 2 law enforcement missions for officers that were killed in the line of duty. Her last mission in flag line was for K-9 officer Jason Ellis, Bardstown, Kentucky. She was a life member of the American Legion GI Joe Post, 244, Jeffersontown, Kentucky. She attended the Wounded Warrior dinners and Christmas parties, welcome homes, honor flights, Veterans Day parades, flags for vet, wall that heals, and Memorial Day and Veterans Day services at Jeffersontown Veterans Memorial Park. Beyco had the honor of presenting the Marine Corps wreath at this year's Wreaths Across America at the National Cemetery in Lebanon, Kentucky. On September 22, 2012, Sgt Beyco had the honor of becoming the first and only military working dog in NASCAR history to be a Grand Marshal of a NASCAR sanctioned event, the nationwide Kentucky 300 at Kentucky Speedway. Sgt Beyco loved attention. She could bring a smile to anyone's face, with the exception, of course, of the bad guys in Iraq. Sgt Beyco retired to her final duty station on 18 June 2013 at 1741. She will always stand with us and never be forgotten. Thank you again, Joe, for allowing me to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Marine Joe Dotson, Vietnam veteran at Marine Corps League Detachment 729. If you would please remain standing. The Marine Corps Detachment 729 will now fire the volley in taps.
the dreams of a nation where freedom would endure. Though work and prayers of centuries have brought us to this day, what shall be our legacy? What will our children say? Let them say of me, I was one who believed in sharing the blessing that I received. Let me know in my heart when my days are through. America, America, I gave my best to you. America, America, I gave my best to you. If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my family by my side, I thank my God above to be living here today, 'cause this flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, from New York to LA, with there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Rest in peace, Sgt Beyco. Rest in peace. And thank you all for being here, for attending. Now, before we leave, we have to let her know how much we loved her, because she loved attention. So let's hear it. Good applause, and thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming out, and this concludes our service today for our memorial to Sgt Beyco. Keep these war dogs in your memories. Thank you.